Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo, and I am here for Kyoukai no Kanata episode 9. It is titled Silver Bamboo, and I am unable to make LED lights look silver, so I made them green, because fuck it. Last week we left off right in the middle of, well, right in the beginning of a fight that was beginning, right outside of the home of Ayaka and I, where Ayaka was fighting off Mr. Miroku Fujima, the now extremely creepy association dude who went from 0 to creepy very quickly and has gotten very spooky. Weird tentacle powers OP. Shout outs to Semblance of Sanity, I guess. Weird tentacle powers, crazy shit, teleporting all over the place. Scary boy be scary, and also he's turned the weapon into like a gun thing, and it's very spooky. He seems to be mostly interested in Akihito, and I'm not sure why. Seemingly probably because of his half Yomu half, but I don't know. So he's attacking the place because he wants that. Also, there's a lull going on, and that has something to do with everything. Also, Izumi Nase, has been doing some shit, and I don't know what she's doing. She froze her secretary in, like, an ice fortress barrier thing, just cuz. Just cuz. I don't know why she did that. And then she did something similar to Akihito, which is implied to be part of the reason why he's now awakening as Yomu half, but also not entirely clear. So I'm kind of just sort of, I don't know what's going on at the moment. I know that we're gonna have a fight between Ayaka and tell me that her name is actually Ayaka, and I'm not just fucking that up over and over and over and over. One sec. Hey, I got it right. Okay. Cool. I'm happy. That's basically what we've got right now. We've had some moments where Sakura and Mirai have been like doing stuff and being cute together, but I don't really know what else is going on. That's about it. That's all I got. Let's watch some episode. Yes, yes. Beep beep timer. I'm not even gonna say the thing. Beep beep timer. Let's go. Lugia? Lapras? What does it remind me of? Lugia. Yeah. Yeah. And it does. Real creepy. Speaking of creepy. Okay. 0 new information. Great. 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 Grayscale Moon. Hi, Mirai. Bye, Mirai. Oh, shit. Wait, what? What happened with the fight right outside? Oh, dude, he's glowing. Oh, hi. Are you okay? Yeah. Okay. That's pretty dope. No sweat. No sweat. Hero Omi. Pretty fucking cool. Nothing on a sweet potato, though. Chop chop. And we cut to somewhere else. Okay, this is strange. This episode is weird. Continuity, where did it go? How did you get there? Why are you there? Weren't you going to the Wait, what? Wasn't he going to... Wait, what? Why is he over... Wait, what? Huh? Alright, that was kind of neat. Alright, that's kind of neat. Alright, Izumi. Okay. 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 Will that work? That won't work. What the fuck? I would assume. Or he's going solo. Eh? Huh? Oh. That. Alright. Hey. Go give him a hug. He really needs a hug. Big hug. Oh god. Hey? Why are you attacking? You know that's stupid. Don't you have a dude bro to deal with? Oh. Smush. Smush. That's pretty neat. It's gonna break out. I'm scared. Oh, nope, we did it. Okay. Cool. Hey, that looks like a lot of bowls of food. Oh. It is weaker. Hmm. Ah. Heh. So now we introduce continent. Wait, what? Wait, what? How did we get from there to here? What? What happened to Miroku? What? What happened to Akihito? What happened? What is... What? Okay, whatever. I will handwave all of this. But I won't. What? How many pairs of glasses do you need? Oh, they're his. He has a collection. Got it. Cool. Got it. Solid. It better have some... Okay. Absolutely. They're full of the other 135 volt. Yeah, okay. uh. Aw. Alright. Okay. Okay. One of the times when she doesn't mean it. Cool. Gotta love the alarm spell. Probably... What? Are those just for light? What are those? What? Okay. But... Is there an achronological framing device that I missed? There isn't. Okay. Nice shot. Very obviously not Naoko Yamada. That's all I'm gonna say about that whole sequence. Oh boy. I feel like we are. I feel like that's what we're doing. Oh, okay. Hit us with anything. Sure, Izumi, literally anything. Tell me. You have to date. Oh, you have to kill him. Okay. What? No. No? Just give him a hug. It worked before. Oh, okay. That makes more sense then. So not just kill him no matter what. Kill him if this. Got it. So then avoid this. Don't kill him. Which is why there's actually no dramatic stake to that. It doesn't have... That doesn't work. That doesn't... But it... Okay. It sure can. You just gotta make sure that it doesn't. Easy... Okay. Kinda lost me. That was kind of a microwave moment. About Akihito. It also just, it doesn't, okay. Mm. Hmm. That way we can get a hold of the shit. Hmm? Brushing off concerns. Uto. Hmm. Hmm. Which she certainly 1000% did. She's trying to... She wants his shade. Okay. I don't know enough about this world to know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Who are you speaking to? Nobody. Oh, okay. Okay, that tracks. Okay. Because he's a pervert. Ah. Oh, it's so fast. This does not feel valid. It doesn't feel valid. Hard cut to raining. Who is directing? Who is doing this? This is bad. Okay. Ah, pancakey. Can I go find out for yourself? But Doshite. Why? It's actually Akihito's Yomo half. Oh, is Fujima Miroku here? Why is he here? How is he here? What the fuck? Explain why did he get here? He just walked into the Izumi Mansion? Okay, it is him. Cool. This is a terrible way to do exposition. Okay. And do what with it? Oh. What's that? A finder thingy? Paper GPS? Seems like paper GPS. Oh, hi. Hugs. Hugs work. Even in grayscale, hugs still work. No. No. Don't think so. Huh? What? Oh, through the glasses. Alright, sure. This is heading toward cliffhanger, right? Yeah. That's not gonna work. Oh, the gooey blood might. Oh, never mind. Cool. Every time. Oh, still stabbed. Just go give him a hug. It's easy. No. Don't take the glasses off. That's your magic weapon. Okay, and that's end of episode. Baffling. Is there, like, an after credit? Nope. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the previous episode and, like... I didn't skip an episode, right? No. No, this is the one we watched last week. Okay. Sure. Right, all of this stuff happens. And then we get to... We just get to out here where they're having this fight, right? And then the fight goes... But then... Wait. What else is happening? There's this attack. Attacking. Oh, and then suddenly Izumi arrives. I forgot about that part. That's part of my confusion. Cool. Great. I forgot about that. There's one element that I shouldn't be as confused about as I am. And then there's Akihito awakens. Mirai is running there. Is there an after credit scene? No. Cool. So, that brings us to episode 9, Silver Bamboo. We start with the fight between Ayaka and Dudesky McDudekins. We do this again, but we don't show the arrival of Izumi here this time. We just cut to the light inside, which makes it far more confusing because it's the same sequence, just minus the one cut of Izumi showing up. Okay, great. There's one element of my confusion dealt with. We have Mirai running toward the place. Mirai arrives at the place. Akihito's at the place. Akihito is sad boy, broken boy. We cut away from there to these two. They've been out on their own. They're returning from the beach where they just sort of had a half fight with Fujima Miroku. And then they spent some time in the train station talking to each other. And then the lull hit, and now they're fighting Yomu. Great. Got it. Consistency. Cool. Then... How did we get here? Why are we here? Where are we? We were right outside of Ayaka and people's house, but now we're on a bridge somewhere else. Okay, fine. Regardless, the fact that they're fighting makes more sense because I know that Izumi actually showed up in that moment. Why she showed up, how she knew to show up. That's the stuff that I'm willing to hand wave. Okay. And then, over here, what the fuck happened here? I don't know. Something exploded. Now they're on rooftops, and she has Ai with her. Great. I can hand wave that because I can figure that something exploded and they got up onto rooftops, but still a bit of a consistency problem. Ayaka shows up, takes Ai away, safety, blah blah, bye. Scared. Izumi shows up. Wasn't she just fighting Dudesky McDudekins? Wait, hold on. She is currently in the middle of fighting Dudesky McDudekins. They see an explosion. Izumi's like, neat, there's an explosion, and then Izumi's just here. But Dudesky McDudekins is not here. He does not follow her. He just lets her go. Okay, sure. Then we cut back over here. They're still fighting this thing. They squish it, which is real neat. Great, we did it. Solid. Excellent. Hard cut to Dudesky McDudekins has fucking disappeared. Fujima Miroku is, I don't know. Everybody has showed up. Everybody's chilling over at Akihito's apartment. Akihito was there. Did he, like, escape? When did that happen? Because all we see is this, right? We see Izumi shows up. Izumi attacks. That's it. That's it. Izumi attacks. Gets blocked. Big explosion. Jumps back. Still looking at Akihito. Akihito's gone. Okay. Akihito escapes in that moment. Holy fuck. Okay, sure. We cut over here. We have a sad moment in here, which doesn't really work, but that's okay. And then we have a weird moment that doesn't work where he's a pervert, but we love him for it, I guess. Great. And then it's like, oh, he's gonna buy me glasses. Neat. I guess she's just putting those there to be lanterns? Is she just that casual with magic use? I guess. Okay. Cool. We walk and talk for a while. This whole sequence is something that we're going to come back to because it's not good enough. It's just flat not good enough. Shot, doesn't do anything. Shot, side eye, hardly does anything. And then we get side-eye from Izumi. This is the one good shot in the entire sequence because it's so obvious what it speaks to. Mirai with her eyes covered and head down. Side shot from Izumi, which I guess ties into the unknown random pull out of the ass, which is that Izumi has been manipulating Mirai this whole time, I guess? Okay. Big explosions, big scary, big barrier. And then we hard cut from there, from finding that stuff to sad Mirai is so sad. And then this just continues for a while and is just sadder and sadder. And it doesn't work. This whole sequence absolutely doesn't work, but that's okay. When I say something doesn't work, that means it doesn't work for me, and it's a matter of opinion. You can disagree. I do like the throwing the headphones moment, trying to chill out, trying to get a vibe going on. It's not working. Fuck! That's a good moment. Not quite on the level, but in the same ballpark as the microwave closing moment. Really solid. More Hiromi sister banter. Great. Golly goodness gracious. This stuff. A report. Hiromi is suspicious of his sister. Got it. Had his doubts about it. Think you're doing a thing. Do some discovery. Fully side thing, but, like, what is he talking about and to whom? There's no world in which Fujima Moroku knows what just happened with Izumi and Hiromi, right? Like, he is meta commenting on the show which he is a part of. Like, this is something that Drosselmeyer, the author of the story world in Princess TuTu, can do. Not something that Fujima Moroku, a character in the story world of Kyoukai Kanata, can do. He's commenting on the meta element of, wow, this story sure is getting exciting, with no context. He didn't just witness something that was exciting. He's just saying it because we're hearing it, and that's it. This is like narrative exposition, but done by a character. Why? Okay, this happens. All of their conversation means nothing to me. I just get nothing from it. Okay, we get this stuff, the take a look behind you, beyond the boundary, focus on the hand on the place again, because we're echoing episode 1 stuff. Full change here, blah 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 bleep blah blue bleep blah blah bleep blue, nothing important, find some exposition, did some exposition, that's all that we need. How did Fujima Moroku get in here? I don't know. Show doesn't care to tell us. That's fine. Cool. What is this little paper thing? I don't know. I guess it's tracker GPS. It's paper GPS stuff. Okay. I guess it's true that yeah, she's been trying to kill him the whole time because apparently she's been manipulated by Izumi in order to getting her to do that, but we weren't told that. That sounds like an interesting story. I wish we had actually watched that story, because we haven't. What? Is there an after credit scene? No. What? Okay, who is in charge of this episode, and how did they fuck this up so badly? Because this is not okay. Okay, so the episode is both storyboarded and episode directed by Eisaku Kawanami. Eisaku Kawanami has some, like, scattered storyboard and episode direction credits on a bunch of different KyoAni shows. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go look up the specific episodes in KyoAni shows that I have seen that were directed and or storyboarded by Eisaku Kawanami, and see if there's anything that lines up with the incoherency of this episode, because this episode had, like, no sense of pacing, and jumped constantly between scenes that didn't make sense. And then later on, there's some stuff with, like, some hard cuts to rain that I really don't like. The timing is wrong. Like, okay. This hard cut works if there's another second and a half after she finishes her statement of black screen. It's too fast. tick, tick, and then it cuts. It's too fast. Ah! Ah! Okay, so first third of the episode is some dope fight stuff and some weird stuff, but some dope fight stuff. Middle third plus of the episode is exposition. Characters aren't what we thought they were. Woe is me. Sad Mirai is sad, and Sakura is now a mom. Everybody else is sad too, and then we get into a little bit of investigative shit. Back to more sad stuff. Back to more oh no stuff, into some action sequences at the very end. What? Okay, I gotta look up. I'm gonna start going backward in order of what I've seen. Eisaku Kawanami storyboard and episode directed episode 6 of Tamako Market. Let me find out what that episode was. Episode 6 is the haunted house episode, which I thought was a little bit weaker than other surrounding episodes, but still had Naoko Yamada as the series director, which meant that it still had some stuff that worked. Okay, cool. What else? What else have you done, Eisaku? Hibike 1, episode 6. Twinkle Twinkle Little Tuba. I don't super remember the episode, but okay, cool. Hibike 2, episodes 6 and 13. Oh, Rainy Conductor, episode 6 is really good. This is where we find out that Mamiko wants to drop out to become a beautician. And then episode 13 is the finale, which is also pretty good. What? How does that track to here? How does that track to this? I don't understand. So weird. Okay, fine. Now, I've been pretty harsh on this episode so far. There's something I gotta say about this episode, though. There's a lot of really cool animation in it. There's a quite an abundance of cool fight scenes, and they're actually really cool looking. So, there's also a lot of shit that just doesn't make sense to me. But that's okay. So we've got this fight, which is basically just to keep them having something to have them do over there where they're doing stuff, and it's super neat. I love it. Having them team up, having Yakimo go and slicey slash is super dope. Very fun stuff. And then the fight between Izumi and Mr. Miroku, Mr. Duty McDudekins, is also pretty cool. There are a couple of cuts that are particularly neato burrito, and I'm gonna go through those. Oh, good. Fire bullet, bullet shoot, bullet explode. And then this cut where we see the bullet explode into this, like, arc of tentacle things that all, like, converge into one place is super neat. It's got this sort of, like, missile swarm feel to it, and I really like it. And we move along. I love this cut. I just have to get to the point where I can frame by frame it, where Miroku pops out of this, like, spiraling tunnel of pink tentacle lightning and also fog, and then Izumi's just casually just spinning her shit, blocking all of it. Super dope. Something that I always love in these quick cut action sequences is when we get, like, flashes of character eyes, because we do read them very quickly, and we can read those expressions in them, and it's super cool. So we get that, like, glee from Miroku as he comes in through this cloud, glee and, like, evil, and then we have sort of nonchalance and indifference from Izumi, and that's cool. It creates a fight dynamic without having our characters stop and talk, although they also stop and talk sometimes, because that's how they do. Little moments like this where we zoom in for, like, speed ramped shots is almost what they are, very 300-esque, how we've got, you know, slow-mo into fast-mo, for lots of things like this. They're pretty neat. Not something that I see all the time in animation, but very cool to see in animation. And I think it works really well given the way that the medium allows you to stretch compress and, like, not just stretch compress, like, forms, but stretch and compress time by choosing your frame rates. Really neat. Some of the, like, tactical stuff going on in this battle just makes me wish that we understood the magic system better. And that's sort of an overall gripe that I have with the show as a whole. It does a lot of, like, little tiny cool things that are like, wow, this magic system's really cool. I really wish that I understood what the fuck is going on. Because there's, like, an element that makes sense to it. And there's an element that's like, oh, the Nase family's thing is barriers, that particular types of barriers and containment fields. That's super neat. What are other people's types of things? Like, that's cool. I would love to know more about the system and flesh it out in sort of a Nen kind of a way. But no. And that's okay. Yeah, so he can just, like, teleport? I guess. I really don't know. And then there's implication that he's a lone wolf renegade sort of situation. Cut over here. Wow, we're over here now. Hi, bye. Okay. Boom, clap. The sound of my heart. The beat goes on and on and on and on, and squishing the thing is pretty neat. Having them together is pretty fine. I wasn't. Hold on. Oh, that's pretty cool. Is there a sound effect for, like, the tumblers? Yeah. Although it's like a liquidy sound, so I guess, like, putting some. Wait. Who did it? Oh, okay, Mirai did it. So she put blood inside the lock and used the blood to form a key that would push all the tumblers and then turned it. Got it. It's kind of unclear because from one shot to another shot, we've got Nase, Mitsuki. We have Mitsuki reaching out for the door, and then we have Mirai, like, move a little bit closer to it, and then a hand reaches out for the door. But we have the ring, so I should have noticed. Welcome to his room. Okay, exposition time. It's just time to exposition. That's all we're doing here. Exposition. So he escaped instead. Exposition, and then books of stuff. Oh, he still loves me. Okay, cool. Fuyukai des, and then later a Fuyukai des that she doesn't mean, obviously. Sakura would call her out on that. Great, goody, great. And off we go into the woods, where we have ourselves a little walk, and then this stuff. Okay. Yeah. I, again, just want to mention how this is so not good. There are so many things that can be done to demonstrate the emotions that these characters are feeling. And I don't know what this demonstrates from Hiromi. I don't. Obviously, this demonstrates sad, scared, in turmoil Mirai, Nito. This demonstrates Izumi Nase being like, I wonder if she'll do the thing that I set her on the course to doing. And then there's, like, this, but it's just a cut of the hand, and it's not doing anything. Why is it there? It's just because her bloodness is a thing? Like, that's it? Okay, cool, sure. We come across a crater. It's a big crater. VLC is broken. Cool. Kill Akihito-kun as soon as you find him. Lol no? Lol no. Pretty obvious that Mirai is getting herself ready to do this, but isn't actually going to end up doing it, because stuff. Yeah. Unless she does, in which case that story's weird, and why would there be a movie? No, she doesn't kill him. Okay. And then I have a gripe with this. I have, like, a multi-level gripe with this. So, first off, the show has been withholding from us the idea that she has been manipulated into killing Akihito since day one, right? That was exposited to us over the course of this episode. Hopefully I'm not misreading that, but I'm pretty sure that that's what's been said here. Was we get a scene, we show a silent scene where Izumi's like, blah, 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 and then the implication is that was happening before she was even at the school and attacking Akihito, right? I think so. Neat. I guess. Okay. So, we say, I'll say it anyway, kill Akihito as soon as you find him. Dramatic stakes-wise, this statement is very dramatic. No matter what the situation is, kill Akihito as soon as you find him. The statement that comes a little bit afterward, however, is not that dramatic. If he cannot recover before the end of the lull, it's likely his dominating shade half will destroy his human side and take over completely. Thing about that, we know a way that we can make him not be dominated by the shade half. We have literally done it before in the show. This works if we don't know if that will work, but we do know that that can work. Now, we're in a situation where maybe the lull causes something that makes it weirder, but we don't know anything about that. All we know is if Mirai hugs Akihito, Akihito calms down. But the show sort of seems to ignore that for this whole everything, for this whole episode. We have the strong opportunity and even like the visual setup to lead into a hug from Mirai toward Akihito when she actually finds him in his place, which is somewhere. I don't know where it went. It's like, come on, just hug him. I think I literally said that during the reaction. Come on, go and hug him. Hagu no jutsu. Do it now. Okay, so we set up all this stuff. If he cannot recover, all of this dramatic stake rests on that if, but we know that if is irrelevant, right? So where's the dramatic stakes here? It's Mirai will have to kill Akihito if he doesn't recover, which will only happen if she doesn't go and hug him, right? So Mirai holds the entire fate of Akihito in her hands. So why is she in cry in the shower because I'm being forced to do something I don't want to do mood? And then we double down on it not being really the case because, of course, I'm just What? But if it does, we'd all be powerless to stop him and you'll have to kill him. Okay. Sakura kick. Neat. Yeah, this whole middle section does not do it for me. Does not do it for me. Now, Hiroomi going investigative and going after Izumi and, like, suspecting that she's lying to him is pretty neat. I like that as a dynamic. It kind of comes out of nowhere, though, as does pretty much everything in this episode. Yikes. As does Mr. Meta Commentary doing his meta commentary. It doesn't work. Don't do that. I'm speaking to the author at this point. Don't do that. Like, what is he talking about? What is he talking? How does he know what he's talking about? Unless there's something more here. If there's something more here and he somehow has the ability to, like, clairvoyance his way into the Mirai Manor for some reason, then maybe I handwave this completely, right? Like, maybe it makes sense, and then maybe he, like, walks in because he knows Izumi left, right? Maybe he's got spy shit going on that we just don't know about. Would have been nice to know about that, but if at some point we find out something that, like, oh, he's actually got some sneaky shit going on, then maybe I'll handwave that. Fine, sure. Okay, it's kind of at this point in the episode, we start really desaturating everything. I think that's meant to reflect Mirai's, like, loss of like, the color in her life as this threat to kill Akihito comes into play, because everything is, like, dramatically desaturated. I mean, look at, even these scenes are in a dark area, but they've got golden light to them. Hiroomi's eyes have that green shine to them. Izumi's eyes are that blue, right? We get over here, the pink of Mirai's hair is it's mostly gray. Same with Sakura, same with eye color, same with everything. It's all grayed out as fuck. Is that just the lull? I don't think so. I think it's meant to be a thing, and that's fine. Cool. What do you think, said by said? Yada yada. No, just go hug him. So this gets to classic, like, better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all sort of a situation, except on the flip side. She's wishing that she had never met him because now she has to kill him. No. Then we get our bad hard cut, which I don't like, and then we get some more of the same. And then a bunch of nonsensical sequences that why are these here? And also, where did the sense of urgency go? Oh, actually, the sense of urgency problem comes a bit before that, actually. All right, so we're in the middle of urgent shit, right? People are attacking. The lull is here. Bad shit's everywhere. Yomu are going crazy. Akihito's missing. We don't know where he is. We're looking for him actively. And then we just sort of cut over here, and it's that night, and we're taking ourselves a bath, and then we're going to sleep, and then we're waking up the next day, and then we're going to school? And we're just at school now. And the school is empty, but we're at school now because nothing matters. Okay, why are we at school? Oh, it's solely because we want to have this conversation on the same rooftop where Mirai and Akihito had their first conversation, right? Right. Okay. Why are we at school? Right, because no timeline matters. Hey, let's have a casual meeting in a cafe. Have some pancakes. Cool. Great. What? But then all of that stuff happened. Did that all happen? No, because Hiroomi also went to school and then went back home and then went into the place where all the stuff is and all the books are and then investigated. How does timing? Where what? So I fixed a bunch of things that were confusing to me. Like, okay, where did Izumi come from? How did we get to that bridge? And why is Duty McDudekins fighting Izumi on this bridge when she was just somewhere else? What the fuck? We fixed a couple of those because there were little bits and bobs there that did make them make sense. This one, we gotta, like, there's no explanation for this. It's a full day in world passes with nobody doing anything. Just so that we can have some scenes that, like, work that way? What? Where did the urgency go? Do lulls last forever? I thought we maybe only had a few days, right? So, like, where's the urgency? Where's the sense of tension? Because it just drops away. We drop all these dramatic stakes that have a time limit and a sense of tension on them, and then we spend a full, like, 10 minutes of the episode just having characters, like, reel from hearing those dramatic stakes, and having, like, a full time where Mitsuki can just chill with her headphones on, but she can't, and so she throws them away, and a full time where Mirai can go to school and hang out with Sakura and take a bath, and then talk to Hiroomi before she goes and actually... What? Okay, fine, sure. Fine, sure. I guess I don't hate this form of exposition as much as I could. It makes sense because it's Hiroomi going and doing some investigation stuff, you know? And finding out a secret that's being kept from him by his supposed allies. So I guess I don't have a gripe with it as much as I thought I did. Alright. Duty McDudekins shows up. Love this creepy shot. Real creepy. The little edge lighting around here and just like the little blip of it in his eye makes him seem very creepy. That, along with the very, 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 very tiny pupils, makes him seem very crazy. Some cool explosions. I actually really like this explosion. It's super dope. Swoop. Boom. That is nice. That is even nicer. That's a cool explosion. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alright, and then he's gone. And then back to monochrome world, except more so. Far more so. Floaty paper thing, monochrome world, fully monochrome, blue stuff, Akihito stuff, hi. Bad juju. Talk it out, rock it out, fight it out, spooky dookie. There's some cool cuts here. Obviously, I mean, this is a direct clash between our two core most powerful characters, you know. This is what's up. And yeah, it's pretty dope. Gotta love Mirai swinging her sword around. Also gotta love how Akihito is just like sort of zombie-like. It adds to the creepy. Cool shit. It is cool. It's a cool firefight. Cool, like almost a dogfight sort of. I don't know. He's like an AA gun. I like it. The little flashes of, oh, it's actually Akihito, not the monster, definitely work. I think that as a visual element and like a way of doing this is really solid. Yeah, I do think that element is really solid. I don't think that the rest of the sad times in this episode were necessary to give us that element. I think that this fight could happen when they first run into each other outside of his house, and that's just it. I think this whole thing could be compressed into one day. I feel like my biggest gripe is actually the day of rest that we take. If she fights him there that day, Izumi stays with Miroku. No, but they need. That's the thing. They need all these characters to end up in these places for plot points to happen. Miroku has to get into the Nase's mansion so that he can get the Hollow Shadow Stone for reasons. Hiromi has to be dealt with for a while he's working on the thing with Mitsuki, and then come in and then investigate when he becomes suspicious. Shit. This is just a situation where the author is hamstrung because they have a destination in mind. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. There's a definite destination in mind. This is the authorial convenience of a story that's not built as an emergent tale, but has an end game built from the beginning. Whoops. Not that that's necessarily bad. It's not necessarily bad to have an end in mind. It is a problem when your story world subverts itself in order to make whatever end you have in mind come to bear or come to pass. Which is the feeling that I get from this. Again, that was a whole discussion that just sparked from the one element, which is she swings at bad Akihito and sees good Akihito. Doesn't want to kill him. That's really cool. I think that's a really cool little thing, majiggy. Momentum. Getting ready for it. Running in for it. Stab. Cut to ED. Okay. I'm not worried that he'll die. I'm just not. I'm kind of not worried about pretty much anything at this point. A lot of this episode really lost me. A lot of that was because the direction doesn't make sense. Mostly the scene transitions don't make sense. Mostly because it feels incoherent, and somewhat achronological. I feel like... Let me quickly pull up episode 1. Okay. Akihito sees girl, runs up to girl, says thing about glasses. She jumps over, stabs him in the chest. He's not dead. That's our whole opening, right? I'm trying to think of a way to frame the events in this episode. Because, again, I get the feeling that most of the events that occur in this episode are necessary for story beats. I'm trying to think of a way to frame them so that it doesn't feel like it's as incoherent as it feels. And the idea that I had was, like, if we bookend both ends of this episode with something around the idea of, like, Mirai has her blade inside of Akihito's chest, we could do, like, a repeat of the opening in a weird way, of the opening to episode 1, but it doesn't work as well as I thought it might. Something like that, and then, like, start in media res, flashback to different elements of what built up to this, so that instead of feeling like we're on rails and, like, this is what's happening, and then this is what's happening, and then this is what's happening, which makes things not make any sense when the things happening right after each other don't make any sense. You just have, these are all the memories of what happened, and then you can kind of mix and match a little bit more easily. Alternatively, just having all of this stuff be kind of going on more simultaneously and less crossover between the storylines, right? Like, we don't need Hiromi and Mitsuki in the major portion of this episode in any way. Like, we don't. We need them to, like, talk to Mirai and Izumi and to be there for the conversation. I guess we need Hiromi to go to the place and seek out the information. But he doesn't need to cross paths with Mirai, really. Neither does Mitsuki, really. Izumi kind of needs to cross paths with Mirai, but not really. It feels like we could have all of this be simultaneous. Mirai seeks out Akihito. Akihito flees. Mirai goes on the hunt for Akihito. While Mirai is on the hunt for Akihito, other people are doing all these other things. Hiromi finds out his information. Izumi fights with Fujima Miroku. Yada 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 yada. And then she gets the call that's like from Izumi that's like, kill him now. That could work, I guess. I feel like the core issues are there's a lot of stuff that needs to happen, and it feels like we're trying to make sure that we hit those beats. Second, to hit those beats, we have to have characters moving from like one sequence to another sequence in a way that doesn't make sense with the chronology. So there must be some way to fix that. Anyway, I don't feel like I need to put too much more effort into fixing it. This is a fine, fun episode. Some cool animation and stuff, some cool moments and things. Overall fitting together and feeling right and flowing well, big not work for me. This is the first episode that has really felt off for me for Kyoukai no Kanata. I don't know if this is what people refer to when they say that they didn't feel like the end of the show worked, but this episode super didn't work for me. That said, there are things in it that I really like. There are just a lot of things that I don't like. It's a mix and match. It's always a mix and match. Like, this episode rests so heavily on the strength of its production, and that's fine, and the production is strong enough to carry the episode regardless, but it's really lacking when the, like, when you don't have either the strength of storytelling or the strength of visual characterization that's offered by other Kyoani shows or other episodes of the same show. Like, strength of characterization has sold so many of these episodes, and strength of the actual nature of the mysteries of the story has sold a lot more too. This episode kind of doesn't have either. I don't feel like any of the character moments, whether they're Mirai in the depths of despair because she feels like she has to kill Akihito, the one person who's like shown her that she can be okay and have a fun life. I don't buy the way that she feels because it's not conveyed to me in a way that I feel is valid. Like, it doesn't feel earned. It doesn't feel right. It feels really out of fucking place, honestly. And then the strength of story and exposition beats isn't here either because the exposition beats are bland. Like this whole revelation as Hiromi goes through this thing and finds out that he's actually the one behind the horizon. That's a pretty neat reveal. It doesn't feel very neat because Hiromi just walks into a room and is like, "Oh shit, story beat. Okay, all right." Okay. Okay. So there's an element here. How did Fujima Moroku get in here? How did he get into the house is one story. How did he get into this room is another. I assume that Hiromi fucked up by leaving the door open, right? Let me just proposition you with a teensy little rewrite situation. Tiny little rewrite situation. Very tiny. Fujima Moroku, and it's very tiny because Fujima Moroku already has powers that we don't know about, I think. So we just double down on that. Fujima Moroku is already in the room when Hiromi enters. Hiromi enters to find out whatever secrets Izumi is hiding, and Fujima Moroku is already in there, already sucking up the hollow shadow. He turns around with his now even more empowered spear thing and goes, "Hi, Hiromi, let's fight." And as they're fighting, he expresses, "Hey, Izumi's actually been lying to you this whole time. Shouldn't you come over to my side with the association? By the way, your friend Akihito is actually the vessel for the Beyond the Boundary, and I know this, and Izumi knows this, and she kept it from you. So why don't you come join me on the dark side, and we can rule the universe as creepy dude and creepy older brother." Hell yeah. That's like a more interesting way to give exposition, because immediately we've got this like well poisoning where Fujima Moroku, just by nature of having him be the one who says it, we don't necessarily believe him, but why would he lie? So it's this like intrigue situation. And then there's also a temptation for Hiromi to like, "Oh, you found out that your family is betraying you and acting in weird ways, maybe switch sides." Then it's intriguing, and the exposition is intriguing, and it doesn't feel like Hiromi just walks into a room and reads a book. I think that could be really good. I don't know. I'm just throwing out random shit. I don't feel like this episode is unsalvageable. I just feel like it needed another pass in writing. Like, in the writing stage, it needed another pass. The storyboards are fine. The actual animation is great, and there's some solid key animation throughout it, especially in the action sequences. But it needs another pass in writing, because... Ah! 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 Alright. Whatever. This episode made me a little bit happy and a little bit more mad. I'm okay with it, but I don't love it. So it goes. Shogunai. Okay, I'm gonna wrap. Me Teeaboo, this Kyoukai no Kanata episode 9. I hope you've enjoyed it more than I have. Genuinely, I do. If you were able to overlook any of the things that I didn't overlook, or if you just don't think that they're a problem, or if I fucked up in more ways than I already realized that I fucked up, and this whole episode makes perfect sense and I'm just stupid, then let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about that. Otherwise, I'll see you next week for episode 10. Akihiro just got stabbed in the chest with a blood blade, and that's supposed to kill him during the lull, but I have a feeling it won't. Cool. Peace.